Stay high. Live from the studio. I'm Jimmy Selesky.
I'm Eric Glazer.
I was just thinking while we were listening to that, because I was thinking like, oh, maybe Stay Fly was the censored version. Do you remember when we were in middle school and that song by James Blunt came out? You're beautiful.
Yeah.
First of all, I love that song.
Is that the censored version?
Well, apparently there was a rumor being spread. Lots of rumors in middle school. There was a rumor that people said that in that one line where she could see from my face that I was flying high. Apparently people were saying that the real words were, she could see from my face that I was fucking high. And I was like, there's no way that's the lyrics to that. But people tried to tell me that, dude.
That's funny. That's like a weird little like middle school urban legend.
Mm-hmm. And I actually never bothered Googling it until like 2 months ago, and then I was like, oh man, it's not true.
Yeah, you tried Googling those lyrics and they're like, did you mean fucking the original lyrics, you idiot?
Your beautiful James Blunt censored version. Like, what are you talking about, dude? This is a 101.9 fucking smash hit, dude. This song was so 101.9 it was never new. It came out instantly to 101.9. That really is where all songs go to die. You get like 3 months on 106.5, and then they just toss you right to 101.9, and then you're just there for the rest of eternity.
Straight to the golden oldies.
Yeah.
Everyone's attention spans are so quick these days. There's a new song out on TikTok every week.
Yeah. I haven't really been paying attention to the radio much, but I can't listen. Like I told you before, the only touch I have with the pop music is on like the gym playlist.
Yeah.
So that's just what I assume is everywhere now. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like I follow like new music of people I like, but I'm not really like I don't follow new music in general, I feel like.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of music, big week. I told you it was the most stressful week of my life.
Yeah, I saw you had a gig.
I did have a gig. That was cool. I played at Ampersea. I got texted that day. So they just opened up the bars and restaurants in the city. Mm-hmm. Still got to close at 10 because that's a Maryland law. Some weird restrictions, like percentage-wise. I don't know what they are. But in the city, it's a 1 hour time limit, which is like, I don't really know if anybody's...
Is that for you too?
yeah. Well, it was cool. I only played for 2 hours, but I had to play outside, like not in the tent. Like, dude, it was like 28 degrees on Friday night, and they set me up.
And you like can't wear gloves playing guitar.
Nope,
I bet.
Can't.
Oh my
God!
Ow.
Yeah, the guy texted me. He was like, "Dress warm," and I was like, "Okay, dude, I've played outside before." And
I'm
then
surprised they didn't have like one of those space heaters just for you.
They set me up in between two space heaters,
Okay,
but like
so
my
cool.
feet went numb.
Yeah.
Whenever a breeze would blow, I was fucking dead.
Yeah, you don't have boots, do you?
No, I don't. I have
You just have like old ass Chuck Taylors.
Yeah, I have Chuck. I actually just got a new pair of Chucks. I think
They make Chuck boots. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, these are brand new.
Spanking new.
Yeah,
dude.
I get my yearly subscription to hightopblackchucks.com. They send me a new pair every year. They're like, you probably need these. But these are not good cold weather shoes. Like the tips
they're
are like
awful.
cold conducting.
Yeah, well, they're just like canvas.
Yeah, it's
So, yeah, you basically just have like a painting around your foot.
exactly.
That's not
exactly.
warm.
So my feet went completely numb. My fingers were like getting there numb. I was like trying to play cool stuff on guitar. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, you're like, I don't even know if my finger's on the string right now.
Exactly. I couldn't feel where my I
Yeah.
literally couldn't tell. I'm like, listen, I'm like, am I even in the right key or what's going on? It was fun though. It was cool to see everybody back.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully that 1 hour time limit thing dies soon, because then, I mean, it didn't affect me at all, dude. I played for 2 hours. They paid me the full rate, but like, which I thought was a steal at first, and then I played in 28-degree weather. I was like, it's a good ass thing. I got paid the regular rate for this, because I could have stayed my ass home.
God damn.
But it was fun either way.
That's nice though. Mm-hmm. Kind of back in business.
I was actually going to bring up the, because we haven't talked since the inauguration. I was bringing up the music of
well, yeah, because I had a COVID scare last week.
Yes, you did.
So I couldn't come through.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna do a Zoom cast, but things just got away from us. And but yeah, my boss's wife tested positive for coronavirus.
Did they tell her?
I've been working from home except for like the day he found out. I went into the office to like do some work. But I wore a mask the whole time, so I wasn't too worried. But also, like, I don't know. Every time I think I have a scare, I fucking go crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just like lock down, and yeah. So I was freaking out, but I got tested last Friday. Got the test result on Sunday. I'm clear. I'm good to go.
I was actually kind of excited to do the Zoomcast. I was like, oh, we haven't done
I
this in a
know,
while.
right?
And then, yeah, like we said, things got away from us, so we had to bring it to you in person. But did you watch the whole inauguration?
Nah, kind of. I watched like bits and pieces of it because it was happening. What was that? That was like last week now, right?
I think it was on Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday,
Couple.
yeah. So like last week, I was like literally working all day, every day,
Yeah.
like just doing edit shit because we're like finally about to turn in all this like the travel shoots that I've been on. We're finally like turning shit in and like churning through edits, but like it's just been like a fucking mountain of shit. And I watched bits and pieces. I caught a glimpse of those the Air Jordan ones, the Dior's or whatever, like that Twitter went crazy for.
Yeah, I didn't
like,
catch
did you
that.
see that?
I didn't see that.
I forget who was speaking at the time, but like apparently like Kamala Harris's like nephew or cousin or whatever the fuck, like he had those shoes on and was like walking down the stairs behind the speaker. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, those are expensive shoes.
And Kamala Harris is a notable Chuck wearer as well. She's a Chuck Taylor
How does that make
enthusiast.
you feel, dude?
Not great, dude.
You got Chucks in the White House right now.
Chuck's in the White House, baby.
Yeah.
Only a matter of time till they take over, dude. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Do you think she also wears Chucks in the middle of fucking winter?
Probably. When I look at Kamala Harris, I say she represents me,
Yeah.
a Chuck Taylor person.
Hey, I don't even have to imagine being in her shoes. I got them on right here.
Exactly. She really did walk a mile in my shoes. That's very nice of her. I only tuned. I didn't really see much of the speeches or anything. I just tuned in. They had like 3 musical guests from what. There was also like a poet that I didn't see. Apparently, everybody was going crazy about the poet chick or whatever. I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, I
Apparently it was a
heard.
good
I heard
poet.
stuff about that, but like I said, I was working
Yeah.
most of it.
But as far as the music, if you want to go back and watch the speeches, that's one thing I didn't really pay attention.
I don't
But
really care
the
about
fucking music, dude, was.
I liked all the Bernie memes.
Oh, dude,
I liked
that was
stuff.
unstoppable, dude.
It's also just so funny that like I don't understand why they didn't just let Bernie win this time.
Exactly.
Like, he literally like not even just like sitting in the stands. He got more attention and more praise than anyone else.
100%.
Like he just showed, and like the whole thing was like a spectacle. Like everyone was wearing fucking crazy dresses and outfits.
Yeah.
And he was literally in the same. Like someone pointed out, like holy shit, that's the same jacket from like a
Exactly.
year ago when he was doing that.
Yeah.
And those are mitts like a fucking teacher knitted him.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, dude, Bernie's just beautiful.
Somebody pointed out, or I saw a meme. I thought it was the most accurate meme ever. You know that classic meme where it's like the dude with his girlfriend, but he's looking at the other girl.
Yeah.
It was like the girl, though his girlfriend was Joe Biden, and then the whole internet was looking at fucking Bernie. Like literally, no one cared. It was just
Yeah.
all Bernie, dude.
It's kind of crazy. Like, if you think about it, if he actually won, he probably would have gone down in history as a president with like the highest approval rating.
Probably,
ever.
yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, it's a shame, dude. I just I was watching that and I was like, this is the weirdest inauguration because literally I feel like no one cares about anything other than like looking at Joe Biden. It's just like, dude, who gives a fuck, dude?
Yeah.
But
I do, I give Joe his props though, just because I think I saw like an article that he fucking did like 15 executive orders right when he's like became president to like
Yeah.
try to make shit better.
yeah, I
was
feel
okay.
like that's I don't know if
That's
that's like a
sick.
standard move or what, but I definitely feel
I think
like
it is. I think it kind of is.
yeah, I feel like that's like the first thing you do.
But also like some of the stuff I was reading, I was like, all right, I agree with this stuff.
but Lady Gaga was the national anthem singer,
Hell yeah.
and dude,
Was she wearing her meat suit?
she was wearing like some like Hunger Games is shit. Like, I don't know if you saw the memes surrounding that. Like,
I
it
did.
looked
She had,
crazy.
like a big ass like peace dove on her
yeah,
fucking shirt.
yeah. And it's like, what else do you expect from Lady Gaga? Honestly, dude, I'm fucking over Lady Gaga, dude.
Yeah, why is she the musical guest?
Well, I think there's this
Does
thing.
Joe Biden really like Lady Gaga or
No,
something? Because
no.
isn't that usually what it is? Like,
Joe Biden doesn't know who Lady Gaga is. I guarantee you he did not know who Lady Gaga was. I
Yeah.
guarantee you. But she sings, I think she's one of those, look, I liked when she first came out, when she had Poker Face and Bad Romance is like my favorite song.
Yeah.
Of probably one of my favorite songs of that era.
Alejandro.
Alejandro was
That was a
good.
great one.
Telephone was good.
Yeah.
But she hasn't, like, kind of the same thing with Katy Perry. I loved Katy Perry's old music. Like, Teenage Dream was a great album. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, the last good song Katy Perry's had was Last Friday Night, we went streaking in the park. And I was like, oh, yeah, I love this song.
kissed, but I forgot. Last Friday night.
Yeah, I loved that shit. But then everything she came after that was like Firework. Everybody pretended that song was good. I was like, I don't like this fucking song, dude. Firework?
Yeah.
I don't feel like a firework. And then, Eye of the Tiger. I was like, dude, shut up.
There was that one good one that she had with Kanye, I think. It's like
I know what you're talking about.
Alien,
Dark Horse.
Alien.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Dark Horse. Or was that Kanye? Who was that?
Are you ready for a perfect storm? Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
song.
yeah.
I gotta make sure it was Kanye though. I think it was.
But Lady Gaga is one of those musicians. It's always like when you find a pop singer, and then like I
oh,
remember.
no, it's Juicy J. Holy shit!
Oh yeah. It was Juicy J.
Did Kanye produce that?
I think he had something to do with it, or he did a different song with her. But like when you find a pop singer, and then like the big thing surrounding Lady Gaga was like, oh, did you know she's a classically trained like singer? And then I'm like, okay, but then it's like
I thought Lady Gaga's whole thing coming up was like, she kind of like bid off her like kind of art shit
Yeah.
from like her friend that killed herself. I think.
really,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But that's another check in the box category.
And then I think my brother knew all about this shit because I think Lady Gaga and Katy Perry kind of blew up because like this internet blogger Perez Hilton.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember that guy?
yeah. He just
he,
got
like-
taken off TikTok recently.
Yeah, he talked about he like kind of like gave them a bunch of like PR on their come up because I don't know if Lady Gaga was the same, but I think Katy Perry wasn't she like a Christian music artist or whatever
Yeah,
for a while?
yeah. She was doing some kind of weird shit. She didn't pop off until she was like in her late 20s too.
Yeah.
like,
Once she admitted to kissing a girl one time
Exactly,
and liking it,
yeah.
that's
It's like,
when the
look,
mainstream appeal.
This Christian rock thing is that you need to talk about kissing a girl and liking it. Because that song had me going off in Planet Fitness. I was like, I kissed a girl.
Dude, I was in middle school like, wait, girls can kiss each other?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Katy Perry kissed a girl before I did? Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Speaking of like blowing PR and stuff, Paparazzi was another good Lady Gaga song as well.
Paparazzi, for sure.
Paparazzi. But her national anthem, dude, did not do it for me, dude. I
Did
think
she like add any of her own flair in there?
okay. You know that song by that song from the movie what's that movie that she did that where the song Shallow came from?
Yeah.
I'm in the shallow, shallow.
Honestly, great movie.
Great movie. I love
Really
that.
fucking
I
good.
love that fucking movie. Great movie. But her part in that song where she does the ah, why did she do that? Like it's like why do you?
She also does that in Bad Romance.
I know, but it fit in Bad Romance, dude. Oh,
I think she does it because it's like, isn't that like in the sequence when she's like mourning the like decline of whatever that guy's character is?
Bradley Cooper's character.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. All I know is I thought Bradley Cooper. I don't know if was Bradley Cooper the guy who sang in that song, or did they get like a better singing guy, and then Bradley Cooper just sang along with it?
I don't know.
Because whoever it was, I thought
Honestly,
did better in
if
that
it was
song
Bradley
than she did.
Cooper, great.
Dude, if
Good
that was
for
Bradley
you, dude.
Cooper, he should be a fucking recording artist. Because that was like good. It was good. And then she comes in with the thing, and I'm like, come on. And then like, I don't know. It's like whenever the national anthem is a very touchy subject for me, specifically because I think it should be done tastefully.
It should be done tastefully, but also it's like not out of the realm of like possibility because everyone's seen someone butcher the national anthem.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you know, every baseball game they got a fucking little kid singing
Little-
it.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Dude.
My biggest fear is the Miley Cyrus thing. Was she the one who forgot the words to it?
Maybe.
And
I
got
don't
booed
know.
at like a Phillies game or something.
Really?
Yeah, it was recent. It was
That's
like
so
within
funny.
the past couple of years, she just forgot the words. That would be my biggest fear. But like sometimes people just the last 4 bars of the national anthem is really when it when it like the shit hits the
The
fan. 'Cause
climax, yeah.
Are they gonna do the whole land of the free and like go crazy? Or are you just gonna hit the fucking free and let the fucking planes fly over wherever the hell's
Yeah.
happening or whatever? That's how I think you should do it, dude. When
Did
people
they
go
have planes flying over and shit?
Probably, dude. They had 25,000 fucking foot soldiers. They might as well have had one plane.
True.
And they might as well have just yelled, "Oh!" during. That is my favorite. That is, you know, in Baltimore sports, it always pissed me off that everybody always says, "Oh, the." Oh, or you know what song I'm talking about? Like the
Yeah,
everybody's
for Ravens or whatever.
but that's not that's every sports team does
yeah,
that.
every sports team has the 7-nation army or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what not every sports team does is yell "oh" during the national anthem at perhaps the most disrespectful moment.
I know. But it's also very like weirdly Italian. Even though like
Oh!
Baltimore is not really like known for being, I guess there's Little Italy, but like
Yeah, we got Little Italy.
but yeah.
We don't have Big Italy. Oh, hey!
Say, can you
oh,
see?
hey! Can you see? I feel like that's what we should be, you know. And then you go to a different sports game, like in a different city, and you yell, and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
no one does that here."
Yeah, you're not doing it.
Your team isn't the oh.
It might, maybe for the Oakland Raiders.
Doubt it. They don't have that kind of personality out there,
Oakland.
dude. West Coast teams don't have that kind of personality, bro.
Yeah, everyone's still shuffling to they're not even in their seats.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not.
yeah.
They don't even have their hands across their chest.
I think that the secret sleeper cell there was 3. There was Lady Gaga with the national anthem. Then J-Lo came out and did
Ooh.
America the Beautiful mixed with My Country 'Tis of the. I think it was This Land Is Your Land.
Oh, okay.
That's a classic song.
That's a classic.
That's a classic song. And then Garth Brooks.
It'd be funny if they just all made them sing the national anthem back to back.
I actually thought J-Lo did well, dude. I was like,
Well, she's hot off the Super Bowl, dude.
yeah. But she also just kept it real in close. Like she had like a 4-note range in there, which is the way you got to do it when you're singing a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if she sang a cappella. Garth Brooks sang a cappella, and that was a bad move because Garth Brooks sang Amazing Grace, and it was not great, dude.
Yeah.
Which also, I was in Safeway shopping like 2 weeks ago, and Safeway radio, I don't know what radio station that is, but they have the worst. It's like bizarro music. It's like music that sounds like you've heard it before, but you've never heard it before.
Yeah.
It's like you know how like you ever seen that YouTube video where they're like what English sounds like to non-native speakers, and it's like a song where like every word sounds like an English word, but it's not completely not in English.
yeah.
That's what their music is at Safeway. It's like every song you're like, what is it sound? But what is it? It's like a
Yeah.
weird thing.
That's how like all of like the stock music libraries are that we use for like videos.
Yeah.
They'll be like, you know, like the big one that has like a ton of copies. It's kind of like a type beat scenario where like when you're like, oh, I want like an Inception type sound,
Yeah.
or like for this commercial, and there's like a knockoff fucking Hans Zimmer that does like shitty like scoring
Yeah.
that you can download for free, or like it's usually like top 10 songs, like kind of the same melody but just switched up a little bit,
Yeah.
and then no vocals, and then you'll be like, okay, well now I kind of have this song.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like how that happens in movies a lot, actually, where people will like cut a scene to a song and then not want to pay for the rights of it. So like, I'm sure you've noticed it, like watching movies. I don't have like an example on the top of my head, but like it'll sound like Flight of the Bumblebees or something.
Yeah.
Or it'll sound like whatever, but it's not.
Yeah.
But it's like, and it's like, it's just close enough that it kind of like bugs you a little bit.
Yeah, it's stroke inducing. Like it
Yeah.
almost makes you like go crazy. I was literally in
And that's
Safeway.
because they'll cut to the original song, and then they're like, yeah, no, we can't do that. And then they'll just like have someone make a knockoff. Mm-hmm. But it'll still be cut to the original song. So like in your head, it'll like fuck you up because you'll be thinking of the real song, and you'll see like the stuff on screen reacting to it, but then like you'll hear what it actually is now, and it fucks you up.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I Shazammed one of the songs, and it was just like, it was by Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood, and I was like, this might be the worst song I've ever heard in my life. And then when he stood up to do the Amazing Grace, which I didn't know was like a patriotic song, Amazing Grace. Amazing.
Yeah, that saved a wench like me. I once was lost, now found. From sea to shining sea.
From sea
Is
to
that it?
shining.
Does it really end like that?
No, it's
No, it doesn't.
let's see. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see to shining sea. And then he like went into the next verse. It's like, dude, nobody even knows
Yeah,
this
maybe
verse,
the next
bro.
verse is like the patriotic part.
Yeah, or like every other classic American song, the next verse is about slavery. Just like
Yeah.
every like the national
Yeah, I
anthem.
feel like Amazing Grace is like a fucking weird, like,
I feel like they
either,
couldn't help
like-
themselves back then, dude.
yeah.
They were like,
It's
should
kind
we
of like
write
a
a verse?
death song.
Yeah, it definitely is a song, like a kind of Danny Boy-esque song.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny Boy. We should have played that one, dude.
Ooh.
Conor McGregor should have sang Oh, Danny Boy. Yeah, but that was uneventful. But the memes we got out of it were good. And I think J-Lo took the cake on that. Maybe we could have given Miley Cyrus a run for it, you know? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah, who else would have been a good fit? Like, I don't even know.
Obviously, Lady Gaga was going to sing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Because she's just like, I feel like she just became like the face of like some type of like thing that's like bigger than her now. And now it's like she doesn't even try anymore.
Yeah, and also I guess all those people are like their lowest age range of fans now votes.
Yes.
So it's like very
You're not going to have a TikToker.
they're kind of like the newest artist
Yeah.
that they could have put up.
Exactly. You're not going to have like fucking Lil Huddy, Lil Uzi Vert sing
Yeah,
the
you're not
national
having
anthem.
Little Baby up there.
Little Baby. That would have been sick, dude.
That
Little
would've been
Baby
sick.
does Amazing Grace. Yeah. Fuck, dude. Shit. I had, what the hell in my notes besides the fact? One sec. Oh, shit.
Oh shit. Fuck. God damn it.
Oh, dude. So have you've had a friend who does like insurance, and this has happened to me twice in my life. Have you ever had a friend who does insurance?
I know who you're talking about.
No, actually-
you don't have to say it.
It's not who you think.
Oh, really?
but
Okay.
she is very closely related. Not related, but like related.
Yeah, and you're on camera.
Related. Used to be related. And she works at a life insurance place.
Okay.
And a common thing that they do at all life insurance places, I've come to find, because this happened to me a year ago. I think I told you about this. how
Yeah,
a
where the
fa-
guy like needed a bonus, so he
Yes.
signed you up for life insurance
Yes,
for
and
a
they
year.
paid for it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, look, if you just don't pay next year, it just goes away. I was like, perfect. And that worked. He gave me, like, he paid for it. Then he gave me, like, a gift card to, like, Wawa or something. And I
There
was
you
like, this
go.
is worth it, dude. I don't even go to Wawa, but this is worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so this year,
Dude, you honestly had life insurance for a great year.
yeah, it was a good year to have
It
it.
was a good year to have
was a
life
good year to
insurance.
have
You
it.
didn't have to use it, but you had it.
Yeah, I was insured for way more money than I was worth. So everybody was preying on my downfall. I don't even know. I think I made Dom my beneficiary, but then he also had life insurance. I was his beneficiary.
Hell
So
yeah.
both of us were just waiting for one of us to die all 2020. It's like, who's going to fucking get it, dude? But anyway, so this girl, she used to date the person that you thought I was talking about.
Okay, yeah.
They no longer
So I know
date
who you're
anymore.
talking about
Yes,
again.
you know. And she, this is a problem I have with these kind of companies. I haven't spoken to her in a while.
Mm-hmm.
She messaged me and said, hey, can you do me a favor? First of all, I don't like when people start off a conversation like that.
Yeah.
That is the worst way to start off a conversation. Can you do me a favor? It's like saying, hey, what are you doing tonight? When you get texted by like your boss.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude,
I guess nothing now.
yeah, literally, like, can you tell me what it is, and I can tell you what I'm doing tonight? Because
Yeah, or like lead off by being like, "Hey, what's up? We haven't talked in a while. How you doing?"
yes. So she hits me with the, "Can you do me a favor?" And me being a nice guy was like, possibly. What is it? And then she's like, "Well, I kind of need to make a sale for life insurance. So I was wondering if I could sign you up." And I was like, "Well, here's the thing. I already have one fraudulent life insurance claim under my belt. I'm about to have like 6 life insurance policies." And then she's like, I was like, "I don't know what the rules are on like having multiple ones." And she was like, and I was thinking that was going to be like the giveaway of like, okay, clearly he's not really trying to do this. But she was like, "You can have as many as you want." And I was like, "But I don't want any."
Yeah, one was enough.
Yeah, I literally don't even want one. Now I'm about to have 2 life insurance policies for no reason.
You're gonna get fucking swatted by the IRS.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you planning?
Yeah, like I don't want to.
What are
I
you
don't want
setting
to
up?
draw any. I've been on unemployment for fucking a year now. I don't want to draw any more attention to myself. But he's on unemployment insurance. He just got 2 life insurance policies. What is this
What
guy
the
doing?
You signed up for a cruise ship somehow?
So she kind of, I'm so bad at saying no to these things because unless I can come up with a good excuse, I can't say no.
Yeah.
I'm not good at just being like, "No, I don't want another life insurance policy."
Yeah.
She said you can have multiple, and I was like, "Well, I guess I gotta commit life insurance fraud again. I guess I gotta do this."
God damn.
God damn it. You got me.
Oh shit.
And so she's like, I was like, "All right, fine, whatever." She's like, I'll obviously hit you with the money, and then I'll toss you like a little bit extra for dinner for you and whatever. And I was like, "Okay, fine." So she's like, "Can I call you?" And I was like, "Yeah," thinking like, "Okay, he'll call me tomorrow." She's like, "I gotta call you right now." And I'm at the studio. Now, granted, I'm not doing anything important in the studio.
But still, it's crazy.
Yeah. So she calls me at that moment, and I'm just like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's on the phone, and she texts me while she's on the phone, and she's like, "I'm on speaker with a trainee, so don't tell her why, like don't tell her that basically
Oh my god.
like, this is fake. This is all fake."
Oh my god.
And so she's like running me through this whole spiel and like, "So you can get like the base plan or you can get like the $100,000 and that one's good because you can even sell that one." I was like, I wouldn't even know how to go about selling a life insurance policy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Do you put that on Facebook Marketplace? Anybody want a fucking life insurance policy?
Yeah, it's like selling your soul.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. So she's going through all the things. I'm just kind of like just playing along. So we get on the thing, and then I'm like, I just text her after. She was like, "Thank you so much for doing that." I was like, "Cool." And then she was like, "Okay, I'll take care of it. I'll cancel it." So I get the initial charge, $90 on my credit card.
Mm-hmm.
She cash asked me the $90 plus 40 extra. I was like, "Cool, whatever." That took like an hour of my time. I made $40 an hour. Whatever. Then a month goes by, I'm not paying attention. Then I see I got hit with another $90 charge to my credit card. So at this point, I'm like, what the fuck? So
She didn't cancel it.
She didn't cancel it. So I text her and I was like, "Hey, I just got hit with another charge for that life insurance policy. And I was wondering, like, did you cancel it or like blah, blah, blah." She was like, "Oh shit, I completely forgot. Sorry." And then she cashed at me another $90 and then was like, "I'll take care of it." I'm like, "Okay," making jokes. Ha 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 ha. Busy month, whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Then comes 2 days ago. Another $90 comes out of my card.
Damn.
Now this time I'm like, I texted, I was like, "Hey," capital letters, exclamation point, not being mean, but like, "Yo."
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah, like I just got hit with another one. And she was like, "Oh shit. Yeah, I tried canceling it, but
Turns out you can't. Is that what happened?
no, not quite, not
Oh
quite."
my God.
She was like, "I tried canceling it, but you have to do it." And then I forgot to tell you that you have to do it. So then that time she didn't immediately cash at me. So then I felt weird because I was like, I had to reply and be like, "Okay, I'll do that. But also, do you think you could cash at me another $90?
Yeah.
And then she did. She actually cash at me like
Okay.
another 40 on top of that.
That's good.
And
God, how much commission is she making off
I
this
don't
fucking
know,
monthly
dude. I
shit?
think it was like one of those things where they needed somebody on her team needed to make a sale because they were like on the rocks and like their boss is getting real pissed off.
Weird.
Because she like screenshotted me a message from her boss after she made the sale with me, and she was like, "You just saved my ass," like blah blah blah, because he was just like going off on them for not making sales.
Wow.
And come to find out, that was her birthday that I texted her on to get
Oh
90
my
bucks.
God.
So I felt kind of bad. because I was like, hey,
Dude, that's gangster though.
yeah, happy birthday, but you're going to need to cash at me 90 bucks for your birthday.
Yeah, I know it's your birthday. You probably got some nice checks coming through.
Yeah.
Some change.
Yeah.
Send me some over.
Yeah.
$90.
So I tried calling up on Saturday. Of course, they're closed.
Of course.
And then so I make up note. I'm like, fuck, I got to call up. It's a toll-free number. I'm like, I just know this is going to be fucking just a whole thing. I know it's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah, that's unreal.
So today I call them up, and 16-minute wait. Person picks up. Hi, what's your policy number? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what my policy number is. I was like, my name is Demetrius Selesky. And they're like, okay, can you verify your age, birth date, social? I was like, cool. And she's like, okay, I'm going to transfer you. And I was like, okay. Thinking, okay, another 20-minute wait.
Damn.
And now I'm sitting in the parking garage of the gym on my Bluetooth thing, just sitting there listening to if you're going to have that long of wait periods, you need to mix up the waiting music too.
Yeah.
That's
you can't just have one song on loop.
and it's always the same song. Like every place uses, it's always that like, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's fucking Michael Myers about to pop out. What
exactly,
the fuck, dude?
exactly. So finally, another 20 minutes goes by, and then I have to go through the whole process again. Okay, I'm just gonna use your name and birth date and social. I'm like, what was the purpose of the first chick
I
that just
know,
asked me
right?
for it? So now I got to go through this whole thing again. And they're like, so why are you canceling? I don't want to throw anybody on the bus. So I'm like, look, I got this life insurance policy, but money's not really coming in right now, and I'm trying to cut costs, and I figured this is probably my best move. Just get rid of this expense. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she starts trying to run, so we could probably like remove this part of the policy and lower the premium. I'm like, man, I was like, ma'am, let me just stop you. I really don't want to waste your time. I'm really just looking to get this canceled. And she was like, oh, okay. And like, it's always those weird situations because they're just doing their job.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's-
just like reading through a script.
yeah, it's like at the end when you get off the phone with Comcast and they're like, so did I answer all your questions? I'm like, dude, please, can I just hang up?
Yeah,
I've already been on the phone for 35 minutes.
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm being nice anymore.
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
you didn't help me for the third time in a row.
Yeah. It's like, dude, please just fucking let me go.
Yeah.
And so finally we run through it, and I did manage to get the thing canceled. And now I'm just kind of waiting to see if I get hit with another charge, because I wouldn't be surprised. But
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
like, look, she was a good friend and is a good friend. And it's more so this is more of a testimony to those types of jobs.
Yeah.
My brother's ex kind of girlfriend, when she first graduated college, she got into this thing selling like office supplies to like restaurants and businesses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she would go in there and she was saying like, well, we're not allowed to have business cards because our whole job is kind of like to make the sale right then and there. Like we walk in, we talk to them. We don't really have a way for them to contact us after. So it's like, we just like, our whole thing is like, I'm your fucking link. And so like, you have to make this purchase now. And like, you're kind of like pressuring them a little bit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like,
yeah, it's like it's like those like Shopify websites that like Instagram people have, where like there's a perpetual countdown for when the sale ends.
yes.
And
yes.
it's like, it's just like a psychological thing where it's like, all right, this is like, I don't have any more time for this. I got to either act now or never get it. Even
Yeah.
though that same link a week later, it's still going to say the sale ends in 3 hours.
Exactly. And it's like the type of like I remember, I think I told you about this when I was like 19 and I went to a Cutco meeting. Did I ever tell you
think
about
you
that?
did, yeah.
Yeah. And that was at the time I wasn't really aware of what pyramid schemes. But my first day giveaway was like a guy named Gary, who I think I had met one time at Michael Beckman's house like 6 years prior.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, Mr. Selesky, you've been recommended by Gary, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, really? Gary thought I should do this?
Thought I was cut out for this.
Whoa.
Yeah, we like that kind of humor around here. at Cutco.
Like, I was like, okay. So I go to the meeting, and my dad the whole time was like, all right, I'll let you go. I'm just telling you, it's a pyramid scheme, and like you're gonna have to find out on your own, like you always do. But just go there, blah blah blah. So let I know they call you into the office individually, and it's like some guy. it's like some guy in like an awesome suit, like awesome
yeah.
watch, like
Well, it's weird because like they're selling you on like working there at the same time. Like it's really strange.
yeah. And also, Cutco's products are legit. Like if there's one thing I will say, that stuff can cut a fucking penny and a half. Like it's pretty legit.
Yeah, I guess. I
But
don't know.
also, you have to buy $500 worth of shit, and then you basically have to sell X amount of things. And the whole point is, as pyramid schemes work, you got to
yeah, they get their money first.
yeah, and then you have to try to break even on it, and they sell it like, oh, you're your own business owner or something like that. And it's like, dude, if I'm at a job interview, it doesn't sound like I'm my own business owner. It sounds like you're my business owner.
Yeah.
Actually, it sounds like I'm a customer because my first thing I have to do to work for this company is pay you $500
Yeah, exactly.
to get the product I'm supposed to sell. You know what I mean? But it's like, I've known certain people that get into those jobs, and here's the weird thing. You can be successful doing it. Like, she's actually very good. She makes good money doing it.
Yeah.
But you have to have a certain type of mentality where it's like, I don't know, it just takes a certain type of person to fall into that. So that was obviously another thing that contributed to the stress of the week. Just anything, dude, anything extra on my plate just is like, oh my God, what am I
Yeah.
going to fucking do?
I know. Well, yeah. I don't know if you're similar to me, but I usually like walking around. I usually just have like one thing that I'm always worried about, no matter what. But yeah, then you get thrown like 3 or 4 more plates to start spinning.
Yep.
And yeah,
I was spinning
Yeah,
a lot
man.
of plates this week.
yeah, I was feeling for you.
Yeah. And that wasn't, I didn't even tell you about the
Was there? You didn't even tell me about the serving platter.
the serving. Oh, I'll tell you about the serving platter,
I was
dude.
balancing it on my forehead the whole time.
Dude, I had my first ever, and it's not because I thought I had something.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I was just trying to be like responsible, and so I went to patient first and got my first ever STD test
Ooh,
this past week.
Okay.
And so I go there, and it's automatic. First, I don't have insurance, so I was like, "Fuck, this is gonna cost a bunch of money or whatever."
Yeah.
And I go there, and I'm sitting in there, and I never go to the doctors. Like, I literally never go to the doctors. I'm terrified. I'm not. I don't consider myself a person that's terrified of doctors, but I think I might be, because I'm definitely like, I thought I had like testicular cancer earlier in the month, but then I realized I don't.
Yeah.
I thought I had like so many diseases this month for no reason, dude. Like, I think
Damn.
somebody was very personal. Somebody was blowing me, and and they were very much about the whole like let me like fiddle around with your balls and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they were like really going to town on the balls section, which a lot of guys are like, ooh, yeah, I love, fuck, like play with my balls and
Yeah,
stuff.
but don't use it like a fucking punching bag.
Dude, don't fuck it. Like, don't hurt. Dude, this girl, like, insanium in the cranium. Like, I woke up and the next day my balls were swollen and I didn't even like register in my mind. And so I was like, oh, I have testicular cancer. I have it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So I'm like, oh,
You just had hickeys on your nuts.
and so I'm googling testicular cancer, right? And I'm thinking like usually I'm able to like convince myself out of it. They always say don't go on WebMD, like don't look into that shit because it's just gonna fucking scare you to death.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck it, I'll look into it because I'm not gonna listen to any smart advice, and I'm just gonna assume I have testicular cancer.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking into it, and like at every stop, I'm thinking I'm going to read something that's going to like reassure me that I don't. But every single thing is like, testicular cancer is most common in men but in their late 20s and early 30s. I was like, oh,
Typically starts as waking up to a giant swelling of the sack.
it was literally everything. It was like men of above average height are more susceptible. I was like, no. And it was like white men are more susceptible. I was like, no. Just every single thing. And I was like, oh,
If
my.
you ever played music or had a studio, you're 90% chance of getting it.
There's a large correlation between kerosene and testicular cancer. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. So I thought I had that, and I talked to my friend Zach, and he's like, dude, you don't have fucking testicular cancer. You just sucked your balls too hard. And I was like, so I texted her, I was like, you suck my balls so hard, I thought I had testicular cancer. Which is a great first text to send somebody. After you haven't talked for a while.
Oh my god.
And so anyway, all that's going through my head. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking clear the cache, dude. I've been 28 years of sexual activity. I've never cared about any type of anything. I really haven't. I didn't even care about COVID, to be honest. But now I am suddenly so terrified because I'm going to go to a doctor and it's going to be like the tell-all. This is going to be like, dude, did I have something? Like, I'm looking up all these STDs and it's like most people don't have symptoms for it. Sometimes you might experience like joint pain. I'm like looking at my thumb like, oh, my thumb does hurt. My thumb really hurts. It suddenly hurts. And so I go there and like the whole time I'm making a point of it to be like, yes, I'm here for a routine STD exam. Like, oh yeah, when's the last time you were here? And I'm like,
never.
yeah, I've never been here. I'm here for my once every 28 years
checkup.
I kept on saying it, and the whole time the guy's just like, okay, dude, yeah, routine. Okay. He's like, do you have any symptoms? I'm like, no. He's making me go through the whole thing. He's like,
He probably thought you literally just had sex for the first time.
oh, absolutely. I literally felt like,
Mr. Selesky, you're 28 years old, yeah? Okay, and you said you're here for your routine your test.
yeah. Once I finally have sex, I'm gonna make it a thing. I'm gonna make it a thing now. So I just did it, and now here we are. And I'm sitting there, and there's this guy like interviewing me or whatever, like
Jesus Christ.
basically just trying to like get the gist on me, like, is this a guy who probably does have an STD? And I'm just sitting there. He's like, so where you work? And I'm like, well, I'm actually self-employed. And he was like, is there a company name? And I was like, no, not really. And he just looked very confused. And then I was like, well, I guess you can put down sophomore. And he was like, okay, so you're a student? And I was like, no, sophomore is the name of my band, dude. And he was like, okay. And then so he sends me in, then I have to wait longer. And like they take down all this information. He goes, so a routine STD exam is anywhere between, if you're uninsured, $124 to $299. And I'm like, why is that a thing? Like that.
You should just go to Planned Parenthood, dude. Don't they do them for free there?
I thought that was for girls.
No.
Oh, really?
Dudes can go there.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, I don't fucking know, dude. I went to patient
Go
first.
there next time. They'll throw in an abortion
Dude,
for
I'm
free.
never getting tested again, bro. That was the last routine STD check I ever fucking do. I'm not doing that anymore. Haven't you been listening? That was a lie.
You're breaking the routine, dude.
I'm breaking the. Well, I'll just do it in another 28 years. I'll go there when I'm 56.
I like how you started this off with my 28 years of sexual activity. Listen, I've been fucking since I came out, dude.
So they send me in, and then this like, and now mind you, I'm terrified because my brother is telling me, or everybody's telling me, my understanding of an STD test is that I thought they
swab your dick.
take
or
a
some
Q-tip
shit.
and like jam it down.
Dude.
That's
You're
what I thought it
thinking of
was.
the COVID test.
Dude, that's what I thought it was.
You thought that
So the whole time,
every test was the same. They just fucking. Well, I mean, yeah, strep's that way.
yeah.
COVID's that way. I get the the line of thought, but they just shoved a fucking Q-tip.
I thought that's what
through your dick hole.
Apparently, dude. Zach was telling me when he got tested, they did that to him. And
I mean, I bet for some shit they do that, but I think they can just do like a blood test and figure that shit out, right?
dude, I was trembling in my chair.
Also, they probably can just look at it and be like, "Yeah, you're fine."
Well, I don't know anything about STDs. Apparently,
Unless they saw your fucking ball sack, like, geez, we're gonna have to go in there.
we're gonna have to.
Yeah, one of those like plumbing snakes, but for a dick, and then just like trying to like, push it through into your balls.
Okay, we're inside your left ball. They got like a camera there. I'm like, oh shit, that's what my ball looks like.
Yeah, you're like a gynecologist's office. Your legs are up. You have like a fucking a privacy window, so you have to see your dick.
Sir, we're gonna have to go in your balls through your nose. Just lean back. Just lean back. Oh no. We're gonna knock two birds out with one stone. You're COVID negative, but we're going down to the balls. So this whole time I'm sitting there just shaking in my fucking boots, just like, oh my God, why is everybody so calm? Everybody's so calm. Everybody's talking to me like, dude, Like, yeah, you're just here for STDs. I was like, is no one else realize that they're about to jam a Q-tip down my dick? Am I the only one who knows this?
Dude, yeah. I can't imagine them doing that test at patient first.
I don't think they would.
Yeah.
And especially the nurse.
That'd be like getting that done at like your school nurse.
Oh, my. Dude, the nurse I had was like a girl our age, maybe a little bit younger, like 25.
And you're like,
cute.
You're like, thank God.
No, I'm like, no.
If someone's going to shove a Q-tip on my dick, I want it to be her.
That was the last person I wanted, dude, because she was cute, and here I am like a fucking jackass, like kind of like
You're like, damn.
kind of like turning on the charm a little bit, like kind of like flirting with her a little bit. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, is there any worse time to flirt with a girl?
Yeah, when you're about to fucking show her your dick.
When I'm about to get, I'm here for an STD test, but what are you doing later?
Yeah, I don't have insurance. Just take your pants off.
And so she's fucking, and mind you, at this point, I still think that's what has to go down. And so she takes my blood pressure. My blood pressure is off the fucking charts, dude.
Damn.
She was like, I gotta do that again because we normally consider anything over 140 like high, and you're like 150 something. I was like,
Damn.
oh,
Well, you were
Jesus.
nervous too.
And that's what I said. I was like, well, I must just be nervous. She's like, why? I'm like, I'm sitting in my mind like, first of all, I'm here for a not routine STD test. It's not at all routine.
Honestly, if you told them, I thought you were going to show a Q-tip on my dick. They're like, oh yeah, that explains it.
So they take it again. I'm still off the charts. And then finally, like, okay, just go back to the back room. So now I'm just sitting there in this like room, just alone with like that weird like paper shit they lay on the bed and you
Yeah.
sit on. It's like, I try to lay on it without crunching too loud.
Yeah.
I'm just laying in a thing, and this Chinese woman walks in, and she's like, okay, okay.
You start getting like a massage.
And like, I think most men probably do this when they go to the doctor's office. I don't know. I definitely do this where I'm like, I got to make my dick look like semi-presentable. I don't want to be like super, like, I don't want to be like super soft when,
Yeah.
if it's like I don't
I
want to be
guess
like embarrassing.
I feel like the only doctors I've ever shown my dick were like older men.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that, it was weird, but it wasn't that weird.
Yeah. Well, you forget that.
And also,
like,
I was like an adult at the time.
yeah, I honestly, I know it's like a common trope, like the sexy nurse, but like I would much prefer just an old dude
Yeah.
doctor to be looking at my dick. I would much
my
prefer that.
pediatrician was an old Asian woman named Miss Kim, I think.
Nice.
And I like remember specifically being like, I don't, just tell me how to check for ball cancer. I don't want you looking at my dick. I just don't want to. I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth after seeing my dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because
exactly.
I'm in middle school and it will hurt me. Even if you just make like a noise by accident, like, ugh. Like
What-
I don't want to hear that.
What percentile am I in the dick category? What am I in? So she's like got me laying there. She's asking me all this information, and then I just wound up having to pee in a cup.
Okay.
And then she comes back, and so like they come back, and you're like,
Can you do that blood test? Run that back.
and she's like, well,
Little
you're
do you know they charge you like $30 each time they do it.
yeah, exactly. And then they're like, okay, so we're gonna have to send it to, because I remember them saying like it could be this price, but if we have to send it to an outside lab, it's gonna be this price. And I just remember thinking like they're gonna send it to an outside lab, obviously. And so she comes back, she's like, your urine is normal, and I'm still waiting on the edge of my seat, like, and here comes the fucking Q-tip. I was like thinking, and then
Yeah,
it never
now
came.
that the pipe has been cleaned,
Yeah.
we're gonna shove something in there.
Yeah. And so they do the whole thing, and she was like, okay, it looks normal. And I'm like, okay, so that means I'm good. And she's like, well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. And I was like, oh, no. And so then she just leaves, and she's like, you can go now. I'm like, I'm good to go. I can just leave. And she's like, yeah, you can leave. And so I left, and it was like, and then the whole next like 3 days, I was just like they were like, if we call you, that's a bad thing. If you don't hear from us, then you're good.
That's awful.
I know.
Oh
And
my
so
God.
they were like, it could be anywhere from like 3 to 10 days. And so I'm thinking like for the every fucking like phone call I got was like, this is it. I got a phone call from Columbia, Maryland, and I was like, I swear to God, I looked at my phone, I thought it said Chlamydia,
Oh,
Maryland.
no.
I'm getting a phone call from Chlamydia, Maryland, dude. This can't
This
be
is how
good.
they tell me.
Is that even a town?
That's where they traced it back to.
But I did finally get my results, and I was clean as a whistle, baby. And I was
God.
like, all right, dude, I'm good. I'm good.
There you
And
go.
but that was like all
that
the
was the start of a crazy week.
that was the start, was getting those results. And then just like this past week, I hope I never have to go through a week like that in my life again. It was unbelievable. because I get stressed out about stupid shit and then real shit when I get stressed out. I was in my fucking shower just taking like 30-minute showers, just like
Yeah.
thinking back. I'm like, there's no way I would have something right. Like I know so many people that like have sex all the time. They never had anything right. And then I talk to them, they're like, oh yeah, I've had stuff a couple times. I'm like, God damn it, dude. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if
good,
it's just
though.
peeing in a cup, dude, I can do that.
Peanut cup's easy.
And now I think I'm gonna stick with patient first because I don't know what Planned Parenthood does, dude.
maybe they're the
Maybe they do
Maybe
too.
they're the ones with the sticks.
Yeah, dude. Maybe they're the ones with the sticks. So I'm sticking with
Maybe
with
they
patient.
heard that rumor about beating off with a needle in your dick. Like, I guess this is how you get the test done too.
It's the only way we can test for this, dude. So yeah, that's good news. Everything's kind of starting to come back to normal now. I'm like, okay.
It sounds like you had like a full week of just like doing shit that you've been putting off, and you finally got it off your chest. At least the first half of the week.
Yeah. And yeah, it all came to fruition. One of our friends is having, and so the whole time I was telling you, I was like scared about like certain, like, you know, I legitimately don't think having sex with women is worth it for me because I get so terrified of having children.
Yeah.
And
Just wear a
so
fucking condom, dude.
I know.
Christ.
This is
You literally wouldn't have to worry about the STD thing either.
Yeah, but I don't worry about the STD thing until last week. I've always had my theory that you can look at a person and not that you can look at them and know, but I think if you talk to somebody long enough and if they tell you they're clean, you can trust them.
Yeah.
Because I'm not just out there banging people in the first hour all the time. And but another common misconception is girls are usually the
That
ones
you get ass.
Yes, that's another common misconception is that I warrant an STD test. Against popular belief. But it's true that there's always that like myth. I think it's a myth that people are always like, oh, guys are always the one that don't want to use the condom. They're always the ones like, come on, baby, I'm clean, I'll pull out. Like, it's not guys, dude. In my experience, girls don't like condoms. They don't
Yeah.
like it, and they will try to talk you. If they're on birth control, they will talk you out of it. They will talk you out of it.
Yeah, I've never taken my condom off during sex, but I've had girls take it off, which is like, all right,
Yeah,
you know best.
you signed your
But
death
also,
warrant, pal.
I'm getting out as soon as I can.
Yeah.
I'm not even risking anything.
Yeah, dude. There's just too much false information out there. My brother's the one who was like, when I got back home, he was like, oh, dude, they haven't done the fucking Q-tip down the dick hole since the 80s. And then my friend Zach was like, dude, I literally had that done last year. And then he was like, yeah, but like, you can't get chlamydia if you only had sex for like 45 seconds. Like, there's a time limit. I'm like, is there a time limit, dude? Is there a time limit to these things? I don't think that's true, Dom. I don't think that's true. Like, where are you getting your information?
Also, like, he's like justifying him coming too quick by being like, "Oh, I do it so I don't get STDs."
Yeah, dude. It's just, and so I'm worried about all that shit, and I'm thinking like, oh, dude, like, what are the chances that anything's gonna, like, this is such a statistical anomaly that anything like that, somebody would be pregnant or blah, blah. I get out of my 25-minute shower freaking out, and I swear to God, the first text I get is from a very close friend of ours saying, guys, big news, I'm gonna be a father. And I'm like, this has got to be some type of fucking like joke, right? Like it was like a dream like situation because I'm in my shower thinking
the
like, dude,
fuck?
it's not gonna happen. And then I get out of the shower and I see that and I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. And then I started doing even more Vegas odds. I was like, but what are the odds that two people in
my
the same
God.
friend group?
God damn! Wait, I don't even know. I don't think I was on that text thread.
You were. It's a close friend of mine and your brother's.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
and lives in this building.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
Now, granted, he's in a position to do it.
Oh yeah,
Successful, older than us. But like that and he seemed happy about it.
Hell
like,
yeah.
so I was like, cool. But like, which is another thing. I can't imagine any of us being at a point, like maybe you, because you've been in a relationship for a while, but like, I can't imagine any of our friends texting and being like, or like Dan, that would
Yeah.
be, they're married.
I could see Dan
Yeah.
texting that, but Shit, I'm surprised you can see me texting that. I can't even imagine like getting a new apartment.
Yeah. Well, it's like,
I notice I didn't say buying a house.
Yeah.
I know I'm far off from
yeah,
that.
I didn't even put that on the table.
Let's be
Just
realistic.
getting a new apartment. But like, it is weird that we're getting to that age where like somebody could text you that we're gonna have a baby, and your immediate reaction isn't, "Oh shit, man, what are you gonna
like,
do?"
yeah,
and he's like,
I
"Dude, I'm
know. Oh my
32. I make 6 figures.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm in a relationship, and I'm having a baby." And I'm just like, "Oh, dude, my life is so far from any of those things you just said."
Yeah.
That I can't even picture anyone being happy to have a baby. Dude, I was literally going through my mind, like on my balcony smoking a cigarette, which just turns up the anxiety to 11 anyway. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, maybe I could be a good father. You know, like maybe if I did have a kid, like I could do it, right? Like I know I'd have
So
to make
wait, what day was that?
That was on Monday when I went to patient first.
Okay.
And then throughout the rest of the week was waiting for it. And then Thursday night was the thing we talked about before the podcast.
Yeah, no. When was the text from the person talking about the
Same night.
Oh fuck.
Same exact night that I went to patient first. I literally
Okay.
walked into patient first with a text from my close friend saying he's going to have a baby as I was in there trying to figure out what the hell was going on with
Yeah.
me and if I was going to have a
And
baby.
then yeah.
Named.
Fuck, dude. That's so heavy.
Yeah, it was a lot, dude. I literally, when I texted you, like, I can't do the podcast, I meant it, dude.
I
I'm
believe
not,
that shit.
not a person that would ever, like I joked about on the thing, like, not in the right headspace. It was like, I
Yeah.
would never, ever say that.
Yeah, I would never say this, but it's completely accurate right now.
Yeah.
No, yeah. No, and then but that's also like the shitty part about like humans is
Yeah.
like we always look for like patterns and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's like so right in like you're like it's literally all the shit popping up right then and there and you're like, "Oh fuck. I
Yeah.
feel like this is an equation and I see the answer
Dude,
coming."
100%, 100%. Like I said, even like being in the car and hearing Billie Jean, as soon as I got off the phone, I was
yeah,
like,
it's
this
like
is
a fucking movie, dude.
This
It's
is a fucking
crazy.
sign. Yeah, dude. Mark Norman actually had a good tweet where he was, he said, "I wish I was as creative when I'm like, I wish I was as creative with my comedy as I am when I'm worried. Because when you're worried, your mind just starts cooking up so many crazy situations.
Yeah.
Like I think I've considered within the past week every possible outcome of my life. Like
Yeah.
there is nothing
Yeah,
that could
dude.
surprise me now.
Yeah, you'll literally not be able to go to bed and you'll just like run scenarios in your
Yep.
head like,
Yep.
all right, well, what happened if this? What happened? What if I said this though this time?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
if I said this time? Like, hey, what if I just own up and da 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 da? Like, nope, still worried.
Yep. I'm sitting there calling up my parents. I think I'm gonna be a father. Someone, I don't know. I just feel it.
I just feel
I'm
it.
following the patterns, Dad. Think about it.
Fuck, man. That's insane.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that was the dark period of my week. I did get caught I was in the gym and I was doing like a very strange stretch where it's like I lay on my back and then I try to put my knees behind my head.
You're stretching your dick sucking muscles.
It looked like I was
Your
doing the
self-suck.
It looked like I was doing the self suck exactly. And I'm like, as I'm doing it, was the first time I've done it since high school. Because in high school that was like a typical wrestling stretch because you're like trying to get your whole back, you're trying to be like as flexible as possible. And I used to be able to touch my knees to the ground next to my ears, and I could just do that and walk it around in a circle. And I'm sitting there at 28 years old, haven't done it in 10 years, trying to do it in the middle of a packed gym with grown adults. And like 30 seconds in, I had this moment of self-awareness where I realized I was like, I probably look so ridiculous
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. Like this is
You're like, oh, I'm probably on like 20 Instagram
Dude,
stories right now.
I pop back up and a dude in the corner immediately scrambles to put his phone away and walks up. I pop back up and he puts his phone away and just looks at me like, and I just looked at him and I was like, but it was one of those moments I literally said, I was like, I can't believe you, bro.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
look
dude, I know.
ridiculous right now, dude. I am a grown adult doing a self-suck in the middle of an area of the gym I'm not even supposed to be in. Right after that, the custodian was like, do you have a personal trainer? And I was like, no. She's like, you can't be here. And you especially can't be here doing that, sir. You are older than me, sir.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to take that to the steam room.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I was literally just working, doing nothing else, and just like literally just like burning the candle on both ends. Just
Yeah.
like literally just computer and then sleep, computer and then sleep.
Yeah.
And then not even, and you know, because I thought I might have gotten COVID, I just didn't go anywhere for like 5 days straight.
Yeah.
And I like didn't leave one room in my apartment for 5 days.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
fucking time traveling, dude.
I gotta be honest, dude. I felt like I understood like where you're coming from and where a lot of my friends who were like much more concerned about the virus are coming from this week when I was actually concerned about something. I was like, oh wow.
It really put it into perspective.
It really
when it affected
did.
me.
It really did. It really did. I was like, oh my God, I care a lot suddenly.
Wow.
I was like, Doc, would you be surprised that this is the first time I've cared about a virus all year? Can you believe it? But I did think about you, and I thought about like some of our other friends who are much more cautious. And I was like, damn, I get it more now. I do get it more now.
Yeah.
They're just less selfish than me. I think it all adds up now.
Oh fuck.
Another thing I did think about, and maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong here, but was the body temperature, the average human body temperature, when you think, what is the temperature of the human body, what comes to mind?
Like 98.6 or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like gone up or down though, right?
It's
As
like
an average.
Yeah, it's 96.8 now. And everyone, like, whenever I go to the, like, they take your temperature at the gym now, and I go in, they'll take it. And every day I'll be like, what was it? And they'll be like, oh, 96.8. And I'm like, I'm running cold today or something stupid. And they'll be like, no, that's normal. And I'm like, when did that become normal? Like, isn't it kind of weird that, like, somewhere.
I think, well, so they're probably doing it on your forehead, right?
Yeah.
I think inside your mouth's warmer. So that's the difference.
Oh, okay. I was literally thinking, like, why did the body temperatures change in the past 2 years and just nobody cared? But maybe that's right. Maybe your forehead temperature is 96.8.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what my analysis is. I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing.
Unless the temperature has dropped. Because I heard on
I thought, yeah, because I feel like I saw something recently where it wasn't 98.6.
Yeah.
It was like 97 or whatever.
It just
or
keeps
something.
dropping. Like, we're getting colder. We're getting colder.
This
Apparently,
is the ice age, dude.
since the 80s, the average testosterone
Or do you think we're
level-
getting colder because the world is getting hotter?
That could be it.
That's my guess.
World's getting hotter. We're getting colder. That adds up.
Yeah.
It adds up. But also, it could have something to do with, like, the
It being cold outside.
that too. But I'm talking about generationally, dude, because, like, I was about to say that I heard last night that average testosterone levels in men have dropped like 15% since the 80s, and they've
Oh,
been
I believe
steadily
that.
declining. And I'm like, damn. So, like,
That's because of like shit in our food, though, isn't it?
yeah. And you know, it's weird because I was watching, you know, how that trope is always like when we were in high school and we would be looking at like the seniors and they seem like really grown men. But then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, dude, when you're a senior, you're gonna
Yeah,
realize.
no, we didn't look like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, we didn't look
Yeah.
like that. Like, that's a objective
Just
fact.
literally like a year off, and we just looked like pussies.
Exactly.
Because like, yeah, people in senior year when we were like freshmen and even like juniors and shit,
Mm-hmm.
like they just looked like adults. They had like jaw lines.
Yeah.
They had like, they somehow like lost all their baby fat in middle school.
Yeah. And it was not a matter of perspective because I guarantee you if I ran into fucking Adam Klug from high school when he was 17 and I was 28, I'd be scared of that kid.
Like, Jesus Christ.
But there is no
Is this
17.
bouncer gonna let me in?
Yeah, exactly. There's no 17-year-old on the planet right now that I'd be scared of. I'd
Yeah.
be looking at you like, dude, your test levels are so low, bro. Unfortunately for you. But I don't know. It's like I was looking, when you watch those old videos of people in high school from like the 80s or like the 70s, and somebody made a comment and they were like, high schoolers in the 80s, even though I know they're 17, like they still look like they're like 30.
Yeah.
Like you could look at a video from kids that were 18 in like the 70s and 80s and they still looked older.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just like they don't look like kids.
That's why, like, it's kind of funny when, like, people make fun of, like, TV shows or movies when they have, like, you know, like a 30-year-old or, like, a mid-20s playing high schoolers or whatever in the movie, like 20 on Jump Street or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, yeah, like, some people look that fucking old in high school.
Yeah. But I will say on the other end of that coin is that
I think that now having older people play high schoolers as I've gotten older, it was cool when we were in high school because I could look at like a person playing in a high schooler and be like, hell yeah, that chick's hot.
Yeah.
But now it's weird. I was watching, have you seen Cobra Kai yet?
No.
Good show, by the way. That was a
Yeah,
show.
I know Brett Ernst is in it.
Yeah, he's in a lot of it, dude. He's in like the whole first season, the whole third season. It's really
Hell
good.
yeah.
It's the only show I've actually binge watched like all the way through, and I've watched all 3 seasons. It's really good. And there's this one chick that's playing like a senior in high school, and like the whole time I'm watching this show, I'm like fighting this thing in the back of my mind that's like every time a scene comes on, I'm like, hell yeah, because this chick is fucking a smoke show, and I'm just like looking at her, I'm just like,
You're
okay.
dreading the day you have to Google her age.
Dude, it got to the point. It got to the point where I literally like paused an episode and I was like, okay, I gotta Google this because I can't continue watching this show, watching this what I believe to be a woman portraying a 17-year-old, and I can't continue thinking this girl is hot until I
Yeah.
can verify that I'm allowed to think this girl is hot.
Yeah.
This is putting me in a very weird position, and that's an unfair position to be in. I think it's unfair. It really is. Like, it comes to find out she's 23.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, cool,
Perfect.
cool. But why? Look, if you had just a regular 17-year-old girl playing that part, I would have looked at her and been like, this girl's 17. Never a thought would have crossed my mind. But instead, you have a girl in post-college playing a high schooler, and every guy watching that show is thinking, I don't know what it is. I kind of want to, for some reason, I kind of want to bang this high schooler. But she's not a high schooler.
No,
You know what I
thank
mean?
God. Thank God. Right?
Thank God. Thank God. I would have stopped. Well, I would have stopped watching the show.
Yeah.
Told you I
Out of
paused.
the thing to stop.
I would have texted Brett Ernst immediately and be like, bro, this is fucked up. This is fucked up.
Dude, why'd you do this?
You know what you were doing. But I think that is something that goes unaddressed. I know people talk about it, but people don't mention it from that angle. You know what I mean? The angle that is like, now that we're all adults, I don't feel comfortable watching a high school movie played by
honestly,
20-year-olds.
Maybe that's why they do that. Just so there isn't like any weird fucking backlash. Or like there isn't any weird I don't even know how to say this, but there isn't more sexualization of younger people. So then they have older people portray them.
Yeah, yes. And it kind of does fall into that weird argument where it's like, I've always looked at it and been like, okay, take schoolgirl porn, for instance. I think this is a topic we've addressed before. I've never really been into that.
No,
Seen
me
it a couple
neither.
times. If the girl is super hot and like it pops up on a thumbnail and I'm just like, I'll watch this because the girl is really hot, not because I'm falling into the fantasy of she's fucking to get an A in science
Yeah.
class, social studies.
I'm more into like the tights or the
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
You know? I'm
yeah.
not really into the scenario. I'm more into like the look.
Yeah, like the skirt is hot regardless. I guess it does resemble a Catholic school skirt, but that's not why I like the skirt. It's because it's a good skirt. You know what I mean? But like, you could actually make the argument that schoolgirl porn is good for potential pedophiles because they can live
They
out.
can ease their way into it.
Well, they can kind of live out their fantasies without acting on them. You know what I mean? Like if you want to, if you're a
Yeah.
fucked up person and you want to see a Catholic schoolgirl have sex, maybe you should get a 25-year-old woman to dress up like a Catholic schoolgirl and pretend to have sex with her teacher so that if I'm a fucking weirdo, I can watch it and then I don't actually go the extra mile of trying to find that real actual video. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Touchy subject, I
That's
know.
fair.
But, you know, I think these things are necessary. I think
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. I think we were just saying it wasn't our cup of tea.
yeah, it's not my cup of tea for good reason,
Yeah. But.
but it's some people's cups of tea, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I think that same thing goes for when they say video games causes people to be violent, and it's like I almost would I don't know. I could also see the other direction of that being like, you know, I can go and log into my fucking Grand Theft Auto game and take a car in the middle of the fucking city and run over every person on the sidewalk, shoot at the cops, fucking go ballistic, and then jump off a bridge and kill myself. And I just lived out that whole fucking weird thing I just had in my head. Like sometimes you've done that. Everybody's done that. Like,
I've
been
done
going
that,
crazy.
but I've never had I've never gone into the game being like, I need to kill all these people because I've been thinking about it in real life. It's always just like, oh shit, let me throw on some cheat codes and see how long I can stay alive.
Yeah. Yeah, same for me.
Same for me.
Did I mention that was the same for me? Did I mention that? That I am completely 100% in agreement with you?
Yeah, I just I think it, I think everything has an effect on what makes us who we are. I just think, some things will affect people more than others.
You mean
I don't want to say video games cause violence, but like it'll help you be more creative with it for sure.
for sure?
It flexes that muscle. Like it's not actually violence causing, but it's still there. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like the same, like, I don't think rap music causes people to do shit, but also it does influence the people listening to it. Like, I think even like Juice WRLD said in an interview before he died that like Futures inspired him to start taking like Percocets and doing codeine and shit.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I think there's no fucking there's no fucking way you can convince me that that's not the case. I mean, when you have people, and look, I like hip hop music, and I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh, this is toxic to our youth and blah blah blah. But like, also you have to address the topic with a certain amount of realism, which is that you do have.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be a hater. I like literally have fucking Travis Scott merch on right now, like a fucking loser.
Yeah.
But fucking like you got to be real about it.
And also, you and I were lucky to grow up in stable family households where we had a solid and consistent male role model to teach us right from wrong and to teach us what the important things are in life. And I think it's a perfectly fair assessment to suggest that people who aren't lucky enough to have that wind up in a search for male role models. And when they fall upon hip hop music,
instead of like it being cathartic, it becomes a blueprint.
Yes. And so, yeah, I think that's a totally fair statement to say. And I think the fact that people want to act like it doesn't exist at all is like, dude, come on, just be honest. Be honest, dude. If I'm a little kid and I don't have any other influence in my life other than watching shit like that, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to look at that and be like, this is the stuff I should be doing. This is what makes like a man. This is what makes a baller.
Yeah, well, not even necessarily that, but just like being like, oh shit, like I'm in a really shitty situation. I see this guy doing this and he got out of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's not even necessarily like, oh, I'm trying to be fucking cool. It's just like, it's self-preservation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta fucking pee so bad.
Yeah, knock it
I'll be
out.
right back.
I'll do some drops for us. Guys, this episode, I just realized I've been jerking off this butt plug, which is not mine. It's Matt Brown's, but I'm a very fidgety person, and unfortunately, the closest thing at hand was a giant butt plug that I've been playing with this whole time. But this episode is brought to you by Camel Crush. Camel Crushes. There's like the green box, which is like a green type of thing there. And they also have like a light blue. And people always say, oh yeah, the light blue are the menthols. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the whole point of the crush is that you have a little ball of menthol to crush in both. So I don't really actually know the difference. But I don't know. I think I've smoked like 2 or 3 on this podcast. I've smoked enough Camel Crushes on this podcast to tell you that this has been brought to you by them. This podcast is also brought to you by Patient First. Patient First. Come in and get a routine STD test. We don't know how much it costs. But hopefully if you're not like me, you have insurance, so it doesn't matter. It's somebody else's problem. It's Larry Hogan's problem. So what else we got here? Oh, also, I got these fucking fans. Little component fans I got like 20,000 of them. Anybody needs a little mini USB fan, I got you on that by Pengda Technology. There's a lot of Chinese on it, so I'm assuming, yep, made in China. I don't really know if they actually work. We plugged it in before the podcast, and I was trying to pretend that I could feel a breeze, but I guess they work. I guess they work.
Fan time.
Yeah, and on that, I'm gonna take a piss.
Nice. I'm gonna talk a little bit about this. You're about to experience this. Have you ever? You're about to feel it, but snow just wisping on your dick.
Oh, is it snowing
It's
again?
snowing still.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
And I just had a little bit of snow like hit my dick as I was peeing because I had to pee forever. As
yeah,
you could
me
tell.
too. I had to pee right before we started, and then I was
Yeah.
like, well, I can't go now.
I peed so much, and it was out for a long time, and yeah, I just kept feeling snow hit the top of my dick, and it's a sensation I've never felt before.
You've never
And
felt that
not-
before?
I don't think I've ever really peed in a snowstorm before.
Huh. Well, I'm
It's
gonna
just,
go.
it's just interesting.
I'm gonna go try it out, and
It
I'll
was
let
a
you
nice
know.
nice little treat. It was a nice just little kisses, God's little kisses on the tip, you know. Yeah, I was thinking, like when I was younger, me and my brother would like go over to our cousin's house in the summer, and him and his mom would like kind of babysit us, and you know, a couple of years into that, one of his siblings, his sister, had a kid, and then he would be hanging out with all of us. And when he was younger, you know, he would be afraid of like thunder, like normal kids. And the way his grandma would always calm him down and be like, "Oh, it's Ryan bowling. It's Ryan bowling," whenever it thunderstormed or, you know, there's lightning or it was really bad rainstorm. "Oh yeah, it's just Ryan bowling." And I like to think of you know, the snow right now as Ryan just bowling on my dick. How was it?
I think I might have experienced a lull in the snow, dude, because I didn't get any.
Oh, really? I
didn't
mean,
get
it
any.
wasn't big flakes, but it was definitely just like little like it would hit and then melt and then hit and then melt.
Nice.
You're like, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's always a nice thing, dude. Let's see what the fuck else did I do today or this week. I legitimately for I want to say a whole hour today was dead set on opening up a Shake Shack in my
Ooh.
gym.
There you go.
I don't know why, but I walked in and I go to the LA
Like the
Fitness.
burger place?
No,
Or
no,
like
no, not like a franchise.
Okay.
I'm joining the Shake Shack family.
selling hamburgers at the gym. I don't know if that's going to be a good.
It's gonna be big. Hey, would you like to negate your entire workout
Yeah, Jesus.
With
You've
this-
earned it. Trust me.
with this fucking frosty? No, I go to the LA Fitness in Towson, and there's this giant fucking
Yeah, there's like a retail space.
well, there's like a well, inside the gym.
Yeah, in the gym.
Yeah, there's a little like juice bar.
Yeah. I went to LA Fitness a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, why didn't you tell me?
Because it was like 5 years ago. And I went for like 2 months and canceled.
Well, you should.
I didn't
fucking-
like it, to be honest.
You didn't like it?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird, like that you had to park in that garage, and you had just been banned from it, and I felt,
Yeah.
I felt like I had to ally with you on
It
that.
felt
one.
wrong. Yeah,
It
I
did.
actually a major plus of that though is for me who lives in Towson, I
Oh, it's
can
a good garage.
I can park there whenever now that all that stuff is under the bridge, and I don't think there's anybody that would look at me and be like, "That's the guy. Get him
That's
out of
the
here.
guy."
Get him out of here." That I can just like whenever I go anywhere in Towson, I'll just park there, and then I can just walk up to the gym,
You
validate.
know
my
what?
parking.
I did do that too when I went to the gym.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet in that regard. I don't mind it actually. Other than like the fact that I get to park there every day and not pay those motherfuckers anything, almost like it more. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not paying you
I
a
can see
fucking
that.
cent. I park here every day, bitch. You know, I getting a cent out of me.
Hell
But
yeah.
there's like that little retail space in the corner that's like a totally set up for like a juice bar, which I think every
It was a juice bar when I went there.
Yeah, Zach was saying it was an active one too, but that it just stopped working.
Yeah, I never saw anyone go there to
Yeah.
buy a juice.
I think that's a thing of poor ownership, because I was thinking when
I
I
just think
walked in,
it's different than like a Mac or something. Like I think something like that succeeds at like the Under Armour Performance Center or like the Maryland Athletic Club.
it
I
succeeded.
think like like bigger membership fees lead to more shit like that working. Like I think LA Fitness, it's kind of like it was a little bit more expensive than like a Spunk Fitness, but it's still kind of like a Planet Fitness kind of like budget chain gym.
Yeah, that's true. That's what Zach was saying too. He was saying that like the clientele there aren't necessarily the type of clientele that would be super into that. But I had to kind of disagree with that, because I saw it work at the YMCA, which, you know, is definitely, I would say it's closer to that level gym than like a higher paying
I think
gym.
it's still different though, because that's like families and shit, and you get like the runoff sale of a kid being like, "Mom, I want to get a smoothie." Or da, da, da. You get sales off that. Like no one's taking their kids to work out at LA Fitness.
Exactly. So you got time to sit down after workout, grab a shake,
Juice.
grab a shake, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking like half the people that go to that LA Fitness use it as like their shower. And
Yeah,
I don't
like
think
me.
they have any extra money for juices.
I've used it at my shower like twice this month, because my building always shuts off the water.
That's insane.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
That's kind of. I feel like that's illegal,
Uh,
especially in the winter.
It's got to be some type of not legal. But yeah, like I said, it was only an hour that I really had this idea. It was enough to have a 30-minute conversation with my pal Zach on the phone. I texted him, and then he texted me back pretty much what you said. And so I texted him back a longer text saying pretty much what I said. And then he called me, and then I'm sitting there pacing around in an open space area talking loudly on the phone about how I want to open up a Shake Shack in this gym. And everybody's just sitting there doing their workouts, just watching this one fucking guy walking around. I'm telling you, dude.
and I'm sure they all thought like me, you meant the hamburger place.
Yeah, I can't stop
Because
calling
you're
it a
not
Shake
going to
Shack.
be able to call it a Shake Shack.
Okay, I won't, dude. I won't. But for now, I am. And I'm walking around. I'm saying, like, dude, I'm looking around right now. I'm looking at these people. And, like, look, you go down to the Canton Merit. Why do people join the Canton Merit? Because there is an awesome pool bar. Look, you can work out anywhere, dude. A bench press is a bench press in your fucking basement, in the Dumbarton Middle School mini gym, in Spunk Fitness, in LA Fitness, in Equinox, and Gold Gym. It's all the fucking same shit. You know, yeah, they might have more equipment. They might have a better like fucking sauna and shit like that. But at the end of the day, if you're the average person who's just going to the gym, it's all the fucking same shit. You know, I had a perfectly fine experience at Planet Fitness. I never felt like there was anything. I was never like, oh man, I'm so fucking jacked. If only these dumbbells went higher. Like, I was good. We were all good. Most people
Yeah,
were
we're
good.
fine. And we were so young too that it didn't matter that it was like kind of dingy and dirty
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing where like I mean, I guess you're done your fear of it already because you're already in gyms working
Yeah.
out and shit.
Yeah.
But like, I'd be afraid to like go back to a gym for a while to be like, fuck, like, I know for a fact that when I was at Spunk Fitness, I never even touched the wipe down,
Never.
cleaner shit.
Never.
Like, and I know no one else did either.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will say that I think if you are a person who's concerned, because there are some COVID Karens at that gym, and they care a lot, and they are fucking serious about the mask shit, dude. They will, if they catch you without a mask on, they will send your ass home until you come back tomorrow. So like, they don't fuck around with that.
I respect that.
Yeah, they don't fuck around with that. You know, but as far as just the gym in general, I think there is a certain element of, as I've gotten older, I've noticed that like the gym was kind of a social place for us when we would always go there.
Yeah.
And but it was just a social place for us with us. But like now I go
we weren't meeting new people there.
yeah.
It was
but-
just like another place that we could hang out.
Exactly. It was like the McDonald's parking lot, but also we were like doing one set every 10 minutes or something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
And like, just like, oh, are we going to the gym? All right, cool. I'll see you there. Blah, blah, blah. You know? But, you know, certain places like that succeed, like the Canton Merit, because they took something. Look, when you're at the gym, I don't care who you are. you're gonna see other people and be like, damn, that person is fucking. I want. Like you're gonna see a girl and be like, damn, that girl is
I want to
fucking.
buy that girl a drink.
Exactly. I want to buy that girl a shake from Jimmy's Shake Shack.
Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Jimmy, that's not gonna work either.
Come on, man. Give me
Well, I'm trying, dude.
I'm gonna spell it with a Y, dude. Come on. It could work. It could work. But like people, like I know that, like, okay, this is something that has taken me a while to learn. That I'm still learning, and this is on a marketing tip for everybody here. If you're trying to be an artist, create the artist that you would want to see. You know what I mean? If you're making YouTube videos, make the videos that you would want to watch. If you're making a podcast, make the podcast that you would want to watch. And when it comes to marketing, I had this conversation with Mike Moran this past weekend. He was talking about, oh man, I can't seem to get viewers and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, let me ask you a question. Do you put your, because I was trying to be like, dude, just fucking do the video thing. Doesn't cost anything extra here, you know, because I'm an idiot, but whatever. Doesn't cost anything extra. And you can put, I was like, what do you spend most of your time on? He was like, I spend most of my time on YouTube. And I was like, so has it ever occurred to you that when you're creating a podcast, you're doing something that you love? Like you love the format of your podcast. You're probably doing your best effort, as I'm sure most people would be, if you're doing it right, to create something that you would want to watch. And I said to him, has it ever occurred to you that a person like you, who is on YouTube 90% of the time, would never come across your podcast? Because you're creating a podcast and not putting it on a platform where people like you would even find it. You know what I mean? So you're like, you know, I'm expanding upon that and saying, you know, I want a Shake Shack. And I'm trying to create the gym that I want to be at. I'm trying to make the gym that I would like to work out at. And I know that there are a bunch of people that go there, not all of them, but a bunch of people that go there that if they had the option and go, oh, look, fucking Tommy and Sally are sitting in the fucking bar getting a shake, I might grab a shake and just say, what's up? That girl that I fucking watched in the mirror doing squats for 30 minutes, she's sitting at the bar. Maybe I'll go get a protein shake, see if I can strike up a conversation.
The most not weird time to hit on her.
Yeah.
That's true.
That was the other.
You're giving people options.
Exactly. I'm giving people options, dude. I was really giving myself an option. Because I was like, think about it, dude. Then I could run the Shake Shack, and then I'd be like the shake guy, you know? And now people want shakes, they talk to me. Now I'm friends with you. I don't have a single friend at the gym, dude. I have one friend at the gym, Chris. I told you about Chris. Yeah. I talk to Chris all the time, dude. And what do? We talk about girls there. We talk about the different girls we see. We talk about like what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. Working out. Oh, what are you doing later, blah, blah, blah. He's my gym friend. You know, and he's my only gym friend. But I could have so many more gym friends, you know? So I was going through all the logistics in my mind. I was like, how would I do this? You know, it's a free space. It's not like I could build the fucking thing. It's already there. I could say to them, look, I'm going to get a bunch of fucking fruits, some protein. I'm going to fucking get a blender. Yeah, a juicer, a blender, some random protein bars, go stock up from 7-Eleven across the street, get them all in here, bring them in here.
There'd be a cheaper way to do that.
Yeah, probably. I'm not going to buy them in bulk.
Trying to support local business, dude. Toss is 7-Eleven.
Support your local 7-Eleven. They need you. And like, you know, create all that and just maybe say to them, look, right now, you have an empty space in the corner of your gym that's bringing in $0 profit. It's just sitting there. Mm-hmm. What if I said, look, let me run a blender out of here, dog. Let me put a couple protein bars back here, and I'll give you a percentage cut however I make per month. There's nowhere to go but up. You're already making $0 off this space. I'm offering to invest my own money, come in here, make some shakes, not call it Shake Shack, maybe. And then,
we're going to try to work on that.
Yeah. Like here's a chart. Here's how much money you make from not letting me do this. $0. If I make one sale, you're making more money than you possibly ever could have been making by leaving it the way it is right now.
Yeah.
You know. And then I thought about it, I was like, well then, damn, I need to fucking staff it. But that's the other trick. Look, call it what you want, call it misogynist, call it whatever. If you want a successful Shake Shack, you gotta do what the YMCA did, dude. Staff it with hot chicks. Staff it with hot chicks. Simple. It's that fucking easy. It really is. Put a fucking girl back there, pay her $15 an hour. Say, look, nobody cares what the shake tastes like. Just fucking throw a banana in there, throw a fucking apple, don't even core it. Throw a scoop of protein, put some milk in there. I know this sounds terrible. Doesn't matter. Guys are gonna go there regardless.
Yeah.
They're gonna go there. I'll toss you $15 an hour. Bernie Sanders is happy. Everybody's fucking happy. You know? LA Fitness gets their kickback, and the only thing that stuck in my mind was that was a terrible time to do it because they wouldn't allow people to just sit there and chill.
Yeah, exactly.
So post-COVID, but I want to plant the seed now. Be
Okay.
like, look, I got an idea. And then Zach was like, dude, why don't you just make a vending machine? And I was like, we could use a vending machine that works. And that'd be way easier.
True.
Now, and I was like, I could be like a vending machine tycoon. That's gonna be way easier, right? But nobody wants to hang out by the vending machine. That's not
You
the
gotta
gym
put a
I
water
want to go.
cooler next to the vending machine too. Then you'll get runoff water cooler hangs.
Exactly. Run off water. Like, I'm creating the gym. I want a vending machine. And I'm sitting there trying to create this fake thing that nobody, like, you guys don't have a good vending machine banter?
I think the first step in your plan is the vending machine to then get the circle to then bring up the juice idea.
Exactly. You get in there. I've already proven myself a successful venture capitalist by implanting this vending machine in here that's actually stocked next to the vending machine that's never stocked. Maybe I could just stock that vending machine for zero profit. Maybe I'll just go to 7-Eleven, buy all their shit, put it in there, and then they still have to pay to get it out.
Exactly. Now you're thinking.
Now, really think, because this isn't about the money. It is amazing how far my mind was willing to go today to just figure out a way to talk to chicks at the gym. It is amazing. It is amazing. The leaps and bounds a man will go. I will start a business.
I will start a business here because I want to talk to each and every one of you.
But that idea subsided. I'm over that, dude.
Yeah.
I talked to Zach. He's like, dude, don't you have like a studio that you should be like working on and stuff? Yeah, you're right. You're right. That would really eat into my day if I'm fucking slinging shakes at the Towson LA Fitness when people are trying to record and shit like
Yeah,
that.
you're gonna have to fucking now staff the studio too.
Exactly. With
And then
hot chicks.
Then you're just hemorrhaging money, dude.
Exactly. Now I'm paying a fucking hot chick to sit in the studio for $15 an hour to browse
Ooh.
YouTube videos like I do.
Pay them in podcasts.
Pay hot
Pay
chicks.
yeah. Have them start a podcast and be like, okay, this is kind of like a co-op situation where now when I'm at my juice business, you have to man the studio.
And she's like, why don't you just do the podcast and I'll man the juice business? I'm like, no, that's not how this works. No. You do the podcast. You talk to Miss
We
Moon.
need hot people here.
Yeah. You light the kerosene heater with a lighter and risk your life. That's what you do. I'm going to stay at the gym and talk to other hot chicks. Because that's what I do. This whole plan was I don't know. I think that Tim Dillon said it best, where 99% of business is fake business.
Mm-hmm.
Most people you talk to when you show them a house, they're not going to wind up buying the house. So for all intents and purposes, that was fake business. They
Yeah.
walked in, they told you their price, they looked around, they gave it the whole hoo-ha, blah, 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 blah. You talked, you saw send you paperwork, nothing ever happened. That's fake business. It's fake business. I actually bought that sweatshirt, by the way. I
Hell
was
yeah.
watching the most recent
I
episode.
think Josh got one too.
Hell yeah. That was such a funny clip. And then he said they had fake business mugs, and I was gonna buy one of those. And then I saw the crew neck, and I was like, I'm getting this, dude. I'm getting
Hell
this.
yeah.
I'm gonna wear it when Tim Dillon comes on our podcast next month,
Hell yeah.
which would be sweet.
Positive affirmations, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get all these fans set up.
Directly onto him. 12 of them still won't feel a fucking breeze. But I think those are. I think that just because I remember I would do that all the time with Henry. He was another guy that was really fun to talk to about just coming up with business ideas. It's something that
Well, yeah, for a while, we almost got locked into like each having to pay like 30 grand to
Yeah.
buy a house
Yeah.
to then still rehab it.
Yeah. But at the time, you're thinking, you're like, when you have
At
no
the time I was thinking like, damn, how am I gonna come up with 30 grand?
the time I was thinking, damn, what am I gonna do with all this money I'm about to make off of this idea that is flawless?
I mean, that part of the plan was great.
Yeah.
Like doing that and then basically being like, okay, now that we have this, fucking buy another one, and then we live out of one, rent the other, and then once we get enough money, do that with another house.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, this makes sense.
It makes sense.
But also, I don't know how we're gonna do this.
But the mistake that people make is when you're young is that you hear something like passive income and you fall into the belief that it's actually passive. Owning real estate is a job.
Yeah.
I know Marxist Twitter is going to get pissed off when I say that your landlord, if he's a good landlord, that's a real actual job, but it's a real actual job. Owning property, having to deal with all this shit when something goes up, making sure everything's up to code, rehabbing shit. That's a fucking job. And if you think that you're just going to own a piece of land, own a house, and just put whoever the fuck in there and not deal with the neighborhood association coming down your ass and deal with them hitting you up every fucking month because the hot water's out or this thing isn't working or that thing isn't working, and you think you're just going to sit there and collect your rent, which is
Yeah.
what a lot of people think, which is why a lot of people get into the real estate business and then immediately get out of it because they realize, oh shit, I just thought I was going to buy a house with my 3 friends and fix it up to barely passable ourselves,
Yeah.
and then put a family in there and expect everything to just go smoothly and everybody's going to pay their rent on time and I'm never going to have to get legal actions involved and all this other bullshit. And that's stuff that you can only learn from life experience. But it's also necessary and fun to talk about it because then you're flexing that muscle of just thinking. So today when I went to the gym to work out, I also worked out my mind muscles. I worked out. I created a whole situation of I'm probably not going to do this, but if I did, how would I run this fucking shake thing?
How would I be able to talk to this girl? Well, first, obviously, start a shake business right next to reception.
Step 1, open up a shake business. Step 2, try to talk to that girl.
The most logical first step. Open up a shake shack.
But then the adult in me kicked in and it was like, Jim, you had your fun ranting.
Let's just go with the vending machine. We can't be pie in the sky every day about this damn Shake Shack, Jim. We gotta get grounded. We gotta start thinking vending machines. We gotta start thinking
Grassroots.
7-Eleven wholesale. We gotta start talking to them when they get their shipments in. We need first grab.
Not bulk prices. Not bulk prices.
I just want the freshest stuff at the highest price. And then we sell it to the customer for a steal.
For a steal. On the grounds that they talk to me.
Who's the customer, you ask? Me. I'm the only one who will use the vending machine.
I got into this business to lose money. Anybody can do that. Anybody can get into business and lose money. It's very
It's easy.
It's easy. You can do
so
it. If
easy.
you're listening to this podcast, you can get into business to lose money, just like I'm about to. Don't let them tell you can't. What's important to you? Oh, man.
Fuck.
That's all I have for the week, honestly.
Yeah, hopefully now that I'm out and about again, I'll have some more stories. Oh, this is just a weird thing. I went on a walk on the NCR Trail like 2 weekends ago with Elizabeth and her sister and her mom, and it was weird. Like, it's weird that, like, I don't know, even during coronavirus, that shit was packed. And a lot of people not really wearing masks, and it's outside, I get it, but also it's like, we're fucking like almost shoulder to shoulder on a fucking...
Really? Was it that packed?
It wasn't that packed, but like, you would definitely
There was a lot of
be
people.
walking in a pack, basically. But halfway through the trail, there's like a bridge that goes over part of, I think it's a gunpowder, and just like in the middle of the like river, there's an island, and there's just this like super old dude with a xylophone and like some other weird rinky dinky instruments, and he was just jamming out, just playing music just to anyone walking by.
Did he have like a tip jar or anything?
No, he was like probably 100 feet off from the actual trail.
Wow.
Just like in the middle of the river on an island, just jamming out. And we went on like, I think like a 2-hour walk. And when we walked by him the first time, he was jamming out like that. He had already been doing it for a while. On the way back, still going at it. And we heard people passing by that like apparently he does it every weekend.
Oh, wow.
He just puts on like a solo concert just for fun.
That's fucking awesome. If I were him, I'd be fucking tripping balls and just jamming out on the xylophone
I bet
on the
he
island.
is. I hope he
Gotta
is.
be.
I really hope he
To
is.
jam nonstop on a xylophone every weekend to a trail
Yeah.
on an island. How does he get to the island?
I mean, there's
There's a
it's-
bridge.
Well, no. So it's like the bridge goes over the water, and then like there's like a little bit of a path down from the main trail to the water. It's like, maybe like a 15-foot drop, and there's like a little rocky path from like some of the water doesn't get too high, so like you can kind of walk through it. There's like a path to the middle, but yeah, I give that man an applause,
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
respect.
You got to do respect, guys. Really, just go out there just to fucking, I always love when there's just I do love when there's just a guy like on the sidewalk, even just playing guitar, and he doesn't hassle you. He
Yeah.
doesn't do anything. You don't have to be good. Just the fact that you're doing that, I'm like, I'm gonna toss you some bucks, dude. And I'm sure if you could have fucking sailed a fucking $1 bill over across the river to him, you would have done the same.
Maybe, I don't know.
Shouts out to that guy, dude. That sounds like, honestly, a fun way to fucking trip. Just fucking jam on the xylophone. One of my favorite instruments, by the way. A very fun instrument to play.
Yeah. He was just playing like weird fucking like almost Irish music.
Was
it
he
was
good?
nutty.
He was good?
Yeah, it was great.
I guess I don't know what Irish music is. I wouldn't know
I
what
don't
the
know
song
what it sounds
sound
like either. I just some old person walking by was like, "Oh, it sounds like we're in Ireland," and I just like, "Sure,
Okay.
that's my opinion now."
Thank you. Thank you
Target
for giving me that
locks.
opinion.
Absorb. Don't have original thought.
I now know what to think.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we can wrap up.
shit. Yeah, what are we at? Hour 50.
There we go.
Fucking cruising, baby. Cruising. Let's see. At Jimmy Selesky on everything. Twitter, Instagram, all the other stuff. Gigs. I think I'll be at Ampersea this weekend. When I left, the manager, he's a good guy, and they were asking me for my tax information for last year, and this happens every place I play. Here's this trick. I already gave them my tax information, but no one knows my name is Demetrius. So I fill it out, and then every year I get texted from every place I play and say, "Hey, for some reason we don't have your tax information.
Yeah.
Can you like print it out and send me a snapshot of it?" And another industry insider, a W-9 is literally just a formal piece of paper that you write your name, address, and social security number on. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Why can't I just text you that? Can I just text you that? Because that's what I do in my very legitimately run business, is I text everybody that played for me over the year, and I say, "Hey, dude, you text me your social and your address and your name, not to be weird, but I got to write you a 1099,
Yeah.
So I actually wound up playing a gig there, and I was like, "Hey, I can just fill it out now because my printer's broken at the building." And he was like, "Well, I've already been drinking for like an hour now, so I don't feel like doing that." And I was like, "Okay.
Did you just tell them right then? They're like, "Hey, also check your records for Demetrius Selesky because that's my real name."
Yeah, I tried. They didn't believe me. They were like, "I'm pretty sure we don't have it."
What?
All right, whatever. Who
Okay.
cares? I'm playing there.
No,
I-
they didn't believe that your name was Demetrius.
Yeah, that
Like,
too.
"Yeah, just look at my ID.
Yeah, the guy was like, "That's what's on your ID, Demetrius." I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's my
Yeah,
name.
literally.
It's my name, dude. It's not like I told you my name was like, Dontavius or something. It's Demetrius. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ." But the only reason I brought that up is because I should be playing there next weekend. So if you catch me after I fill out my W-9, then you should see me playing in 20-degree weather next to 2 space heaters. Warm as I was gonna say warm as a button. That's not a term.
Warm as a button.
But if buttons are cold, that's how warm I'll be. Warm as a cold, cold, numb button.
Hell yeah.
Anything coming up for you?
Nah. At Eric Glazer on everything. At LFTS Podcast on everything.
Including TikTok now, guys. Follow us on
Yeah,
TikTok.
buddy.
We're getting some comments.
Nice.
I actually like when people comment and say shit like the conspiracy thing. They were like, "Come on, dude, you really think the moon landing was 80-20?" I'm like, Yes, yes. So go on there and comment and debunk us, dude. Debunk us. We've been running unchecked for 4 years in the studio, making baseless claims, and no one's taken the time to debunk us. Just do it. Prove us wrong.
You're gonna say no one's taking the time to listen.
Well, that too. That too. Much less critique it. So yeah, LFTS podcast on everything, all streaming platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the above.
And check out Jimmy's new thumbnails he's putting up on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I'm loving these
Putting
things.
in work.
Every now and then I get bored and I just turn on our YouTube homepage and just stare at it and just go, I'd watch this shit. I would watch this shit. And then I do. I watch
do.
it.
And those are our views.
Those are our views. You might notice that our most recent video has 3 views. Probably all me.
Well, one was Demetrius. one was from Jimmy.
Yeah, one was my tax
was
alias.
From, I don't know who DJ Celesco is.
Shouts out DJ Celesco. Until next week, guys.
Peace.
Peace.